What's really frustrating in Chantel's story is that, like I said, she's picking up little bits and pieces from the smaller channels who actually do have real health conditions. And I very recently had a situation where my entire left leg felt like it fell asleep. That would be numbness, right? And what ended up happening is I tried to step on my leg, not realizing this was going on, and I collapsed and fell hard. I had a pretty hard fall while I was trying to get out of a chair. So how the hell did you get in there? How'd you walk into that appointment if your leg was numb? I'm not getting it. Hold up. This is FFG's coverage. I want to make sure I don't catch her intro because I know her intro is copyrighted.
The background on my little avatar picture, I would have liked to have put myself in behind the desk. So I'll have to figure out how to be more creative.
How come the person who set this all up for you couldn't do that for you? Why? Did they not know how, or did they just not care? Well, you can stream like this.
Well, and why this? Why did you pick The Shining? Why did you pick the story of a man who went insane and wanted to kill his family? I'm not getting the symbolism of what you're trying to do.
Hey, bye, and they hang up on you.
Yeah, it's The Shining. So the background is that this is the Shining themed stream. So every stream, I think I'm going to pick a different theme. So also, I have a Become a Beezer goal. So if you want to become a member.
Sorry for the quick pause. No, she's not on regular speed. She is sped up, okay? But sped up or not, she's on 1.25. We watch this woman on 1.25 speed every day together. Mm-hmm. She never sounds this quick. I see what some people are talking about. Wow, she sounds high. And I know people were talking about the stream, the next stream we're going to watch where she's laid down on the couch. But this is very, very rapid conversation for Chantal. She sounds high as fuck to me.
Member, you can become a member and it will show up there. I have the alerts set up, special alerts, and for super chats and for members. And also, the alerts, I think I'm going to try to tailor them to the specific theme.
Carrie, that's so interesting. I thought she was attempting to at the beginning there too, but she doesn't know how to play with words or make a joke, get that punchline. I felt like that's what she was trying with the witch thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of the what's a podcast? What's the difference? Is a podcast just one subject? I don't know. This is going to be a few different subjects. A
podcast is pretty much like an online radio show, Chantel. It's not just a live stream, with a picture thrown up. It's basically an online radio show. So you want to see some good podcasts, you could look at the guys from It's Always Sunny from in Pennsylvania. What's it called? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think that's what it's called. They have a weekly podcast. I think Ralph Garman has a weekly podcast. It is more like an H3, I think, is doing podcasts. These are what come across as more like a radio show that is just simply loaded to the internet. But what you're doing doesn't appear that at all, right? That's not what it is.
To try Streamlabs, and now I forget everything I learned about it. Thanks, Turbo Tubes. Okay, if you reach the goal, will you end the stream? No. I'm at the gym doing a double leg day. I'm shaking. I'm on my last 2 sets. Oh my gosh, I wish right now, Blacks, I could do a leg day. So do a leg day for me, because I need
Shut the fuck up. You're as obnoxious no face as you are with face. I wish that I could do a leg day. So, like, do a leg day for me. You could have done a leg day any day of your life. If you...
Why didn't they talk? First of all, you did not go to the doctor. Because they would have talked to you about some stretches that you could have been doing to relieve any sort of nerve pinching. And one of those things is you get one of those, like, stretchy bands, and you push against it with your leg, right? You said you can't do leg day? What are you talking about? Well, leg day can mean a lot of different things. Leg day is something entirely different to Shakara than it would be to me, you know? But I used to do some light weightlifting as well. And I had a leg day too. But I was never at the level of bodybuilding that Shakara was doing. So everybody has a different, variety of what sort of exercise is right for my body. And that's what you need to figure out, because you're an enormous person. You have a lot of weight issues to deal with. And your legs are probably one of your best assets at this point. And if you start working them out to support your stem, it'll help you with your stem. But you got to work on your stem. But it's not going to matter much if you're still overeating. It really won't.
Went out right now walking, that would be a leg day, and it would do good for your fucking back. Lazy.
Yeah.
Day, really bad. Hi, Megasaurus Beezer. I will pray for you, for sure. For sure. I think a podcast is what you make it. Talk about world events. I don't know. I'm going to look. I don't know. I'll try to see what I can do. But hi, Pew Pew Tasha. Cam Up Foodie. Yeah, now I'm like I'm
a member on her channel, by the way. Hi, Pew Pew Tasha.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else. I'm not going to cam up for this.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah. Lisa P. Member for 8 months. Very important, Beezer. So you guys are peeking through the Beezer hotel and saying, here's Johnny. So, ready, set, bees. I can't give you an arm wiggle, obviously, but yeah. So, all right. This is just a trial stream. You guys can leave suggestions, whatever, and I can try to make it more entertaining for you, because right now...
It's a very bizarre reference. I don't know why you went there with a horror movie like that. I don't know what you were trying to accomplish with that imagery. It just really doesn't make any sense.
This is like the content I'm most comfortable making with my bedbound series. And I'm not joking. I literally...
With my bedbound series. Do you realize how insulting that is for you to have a bedbound series when there are members of this community who are actually suffering from severe nerve damage and actually having to go to the doctor's appointments and getting the treatments and having to do the stretching and the physical therapy and the acupuncture and everything else, and here you are, oh, my bedbound series. God damn, what a bitch.
Okay, so what I'm going to start with first is health updates. So, a regular schedule. Yeah, that's true. So a podcast will have a regular schedule and can be anything. I'm doing a butt day sitting on it.
Okay, this is manic and boring, and I don't know. It is kind of, I'm not even going to lie, it's nice not seeing her face on cam. I'm not being petty. I don't know, I'd rather look at this than look at Chantal. Being totally honest here. Swamp Boogie Sue, thank you for the super chat.
Hi, Cool Gamer. This is rad. Right.
I don't know. I think it would have been better if she just had like a seascape photo or like a, photo of the like downtown Kuwait nightline sky, kind of thing, or, just something that was a little bit more peaceful. Instead, she put up fucking murder. Like, are you for real, Chantal?
Streaming app is called Streamlabs. Okay. So, so health updates. So today, the Celebrex was not working. Okay, so at all, my pain is increasing, and now I have numbness all down my leg. Like I can't feel a lot of my whole leg. It's like really.
I'm sorry, I find that unbelievable because I don't know how you actually got to the appointment. If you couldn't, if your leg was entirely numb, you would have had to call an ambulance. Okay? When I've had pass out situations or my leg went numb, there is no way I was walking down to my car and driving or even asking somebody to drive me to a clinic. I was trying to figure out how to deal with my current medical situation in the moment. Um, I find your story absolutely unbelievable.
Okay. That right there. That's what I heard people talking about on Twitter. That she's numb down her leg. I'm sorry. I've had sciatica once before. I was never numb anywhere. Never. I've heard, like a lot of people I work with in my family, my entourage, my friend, a lot of people have had sciatica before. I have never, ever once heard of anybody complain about numbness down a limb. Ever.
No, you're correct, FFG. Sciatica is more like shooting electric shocks that go down the leg. In my case, I have complex regional pain syndrome. So I did have like complete numbness go down my leg, and my leg occasionally collapses under me. Just randomly. And it's hard. It's happened in several public places. I went to the beach with my boyfriend. I stepped on a curb and totally fucking fell. I went to Five Crowns with my mom for Christmas Eve. We went back to the car. I stepped off the curb, totally collapsed. I have collapsed getting up and down from chairs. It's scary. And so every time I take a look at a flight of stairs, I hold on to both railings, and I'm really freaked out about it. I'm freaked out about what's going to happen. But this woman has been watching the smaller channels, picking up on our stories, and trying to repeat our symptoms. She did not go to a doctor, because a doctor wouldn't have given her the advice that she claims she got, and she would have arrived in an ambulance. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
That is not sciatica. Definitely not a symptom of her sciatica. That's something else going on. No. You were numb from sciatica?
No. No,
I've never, honest to God, never heard of one person complaining that their entire leg was numb from sciatica. Honest to God.
That doesn't happen.
It's numb. Okay. So I somehow, in the most excruciating pain. Hey, Jessica. Hi. Here's Chantal. Don't assume it's sciatica only. Well, no, I'm going to have like other tests done. But for now, what we're trying is I somehow got my butt to the clinic.
It was so weird too, because apparently she did a live stream last night, which I just saw bits and pieces of, but I didn't have time for it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't always have time for everything, because I have to make time for friends and family as well. And I generally, dedicate a couple hours to my boyfriend every night so that we can have a Zoom call. So I don't have time to watch everything. You know what I'm saying? And I saw bits and pieces of it, and she clearly addressed very specific things that I've brought up on my videos, such as her grammatical mistake of saying laying rather than lying. A person lies, an object lays. I said this. And she made that correction on her last live stream, but then like went back or something. I guess because she saw Gorlick Bread say lay. Gorlick Bread, you're getting it wrong too. Let's be real. There was a few other things that she brought up. Oh, she talked about young grandmas. I am turning 50 in April. She says she's an Aries. I'm a Taurus, girlfriend, so don't fuck with me. Young grandmas who are just turning silver. I am a young grandma. I had my son when I was 20, and he had his first daughter at age 27. So I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old granddaughters. This came up as well. There was a few other things that came up in her live stream that seemed like she picked them directly off my channel. It's trippy. She also is now watching Shakara, who is somebody I've covered a few times. Shakara, they were trying to egg her on to come after FFG for saying that her forearms were ripped. That was probably not the best thing to say, FFG. It's okay to say that, you don't have a lot of fat on your forearms, that they're pretty fit and stuff. But even, like, I've done weightlifting and I have some muscle mass. And my boyfriends even said, oh my gosh, your arms look really good. I would never say I'm ripped. I'm not ripped. And I had a very physical job. So you just got to be careful about, like, what sort of claims you make. Because you don't want to be put in the same category with this lying bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, Bismillah, Bismillah, the whole way, like, just please, God help me. I was in so much pain. I had to get dressed in stages. I had to, like, first roll off the bed. That was painful. Go to the washroom, which is torture.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to put my pants on, lay down, let the pain subside a bit, get up, and I hate this because...
Lie down. And if you're able to roll off the bed and walk to the bathroom, then your leg is not so numb that you are incapable of walking. You did not have a leg collapse under you, right?
I told Salah, I'm like, my hijab fell on the floor and I cannot bend to pick it up. I had to wait for him to come home and get the hijab off the floor. And
where was he? Where was he? By the way, she also says in this latest live stream, she uses a plural. She says that our bedrooms are private. I noticed this on one of the other channels. Our bedrooms are private. That was said in plural, Chantal.
So, you went to a clinic. You told them your back was hurting and also that your leg was completely numb. Right. And they just gave you some pills.
Yep.
Nobody thought it was weird that your leg was completely numb? And we're supposed to believe this. I don't believe this. People don't just dole out pills without finding out what you have 100%. You know what I mean? That is if you actually went to a clinic and you didn't just go to maybe, allegedly conspiracy, whatever, Sal's sister, the pharmacist.
Well, the other thing is that, like I said, if her leg was numb, she wouldn't have been able to walk. She would have had to call the paramedic and, get an ambulance ride to an ER. If she can't walk because her leg is completely numb, that's when you actually go to the ER. Like, I have now lost the use of a large limb, right? if it's only a temporary thing, then like it was for me, I had one collapse on, trying to get up out of a chair. So I didn't, because I've been told by my doctors, hey, you should be calling 911 when this happens. If you're feeling faint, if you're collapsing on your balcony, you should be calling 911. And I'm like, look, I'm not going to fucking abuse medical resources when it's a temporary thing and I kind of have an idea of what's going on with me in regards to my nerve situation. So why would I do that? But Chantel just wants to make this into a big dramatic event where it's a story arc, the Bedbound series. Come on, Chantel.
It's not fun. Okay, so I get to the clinic, and I've heard people, like commenting that people assuming that I'm going to run, I make fun of Canada all the time. I don't make fun of Canada, okay? Every country has its pros and cons. Doesn't mean that Canada's perfect, and it doesn't mean that, that's not what I say when I say I don't want to live in Canada. But they think that I'm going to run back to Canada and take advantage of the healthcare and be a burden on the system. But no, I have a visa here. People don't believe that, but I have a visa here, and I'm able to access healthcare. So what?
You have a travel visa. Stop acting like you're an actual resident of that country. You're not.
What you're saying right now is in December, when you went back to Canada and had been making all that content right before leaving about the diabetes and your numbers, and you needed the Canadian healthcare system and blah, blah, blah. What you're saying now is that was all a lie. All that content was bullshit and manipulation, and you never needed the Canadian healthcare system. You actually just came back for Christmas dinner, Christmas presents, and to renew your visa.
Yeah.
Thanks. Because we knew that, but I love it when you confirm those things. So here we are 2 months later, not even, and you're fine. You don't need Canada and their medical assistance or whatever. You don't need your OHIP card. No. You're fine over in Kuwait. When it's just over a month ago, that was your excuse to come back to Canada. You're so full of shit and such a liar. Of course she's lying. She was lying then. She's lying now. Everything that comes out of this bitch's mouth is a lie. And she wonders why we don't believe anything she says. Throdian, thank you for the super chat.
For very cheap healthcare. So the entire treatment I'm on, the entire visit was 2 KD. Okay, which is that's what expats pay. So,
you're not an expat, though. You're there on a tourist visa. I don't know how that works out. But okay, if you paid 2 KD, good for you.
What happened was I went to the clinic, and I was in tears. I couldn't hold it in. This pain brings me to tears like a baby. Okay? Tizzy Dawn, I'm going to touch on that after. That's one of the things I'm going to talk about. So this looks ridiculous.
Like a baby, what does that even mean? Most of the pain that we experience in life happens when we're adults, Chantal. Labor, appendicitis, broken bones. The majority of the pains that we experience in life, the big ones, are when we're adults. So, are you just saying you acted like a baby? Because you weren't feeling the pain of a baby. A baby can feel pain, severe pain, just by getting a vaccination. They'll start bawling their eyes out. That's not the same thing as experiencing adult pain. So I don't know why you made that particular connection.
Well, would you expect my attempt at a podcast to be any different? It's my first one. Go easy on me. Okay, so he just looked at me and I must have looked pitiful, and he wrote a
Hey folks, our fundraising
prescription right away. So basically everything is done in that same area. It's like a clinic hospital.
How isn't she an expat? Timothy says, well, expat doesn't usually encompass tourists. She's there on a tourist visa. She's staying there prolonged on tourist visas, taking advantage. But tourist is not an expat.
Kind of thing.
An expat is somebody who is there generally on like a work or a student visa. They're there for an actual purpose to be in the country for a while. But if you're just traveling to visit somewhere, they're not expecting that you're going to be there for that long. And so she's trying to, game the system by using a tourist visa to then plane hop, renew the visa, come back, so on and so forth. She's trying to live in Kuwait at the same time as not using an appropriate visa because she hasn't gone through the appropriate immigration process to be there for the right reasons. She doesn't have a job there. I'm sorry, YouTube is not considered a job in Kuwait, you guys. And she's not a student. She could be. She could quite literally actually try and get a degree while she's out there, but this is a lazy bitch, so let's go.
And I had to go to the treatment station, and a bunch of nurses. I was so almost delirious in pain. I didn't even really know what they were talking about, and I just I had to I couldn't even sit. It's more comfortable to stand, and it's extremely painful to stand, but I cannot sit. So I stood up and kind of leaned against the gurney, and they injected me with a needle as long as the Sheikh Jabber Bridge, or as long as the Wall of China.
Yeah, I don't believe that for a goddamn second, because they would have put you under for that. And she's going to go on to say that she gets this, she's got to come in 5 days a week for this. It sounds like she's trying to recreate my story about a sympathetic block, which is something I had to be put completely under for. I had an IV, they put me out, and they injected me in my back for my nerve damage. I don't know why this chick can't just live her life. And she's just you know what? I knew people like this when I was growing up, so I did know people that were pathological liars and just fucking made shit up.
Hi, creepy, into my right and into my left upper buttock area. And whatever it was, I don't know. It instantly made my head light, and my heart raced so bad I thought I was going to throw up. Mm-hmm. So,
what? I'm sorry, I don't believe any of this stupid story. Any of it.
No.
I think you went to a clinic and were handed a handful of pills. It is what it is.
Yeah, they wouldn't do a procedure like that in just a clinic. That would not happen just in a clinic. It would happen in a hospital. It would happen in an ER. It's not going to just happen in a clinic.
Chantal never gives this many details in a story. The overabundance of details that nobody asked for screams lie to me. This story of going to the clinic is a lie to me because we're being given way too many details. Mm-hmm. What kind of a person just bends over and lets someone inject them with 2 massive needles in the ass and you don't have any idea what those were? That's fucking weird.
Yep.
That is fucking weird. Yeah, it sounds like steroid injections. It does. Steroid injections, those long-ass needles, make the heart race. Sure. How would she not know? I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't let people inject.
No, I think she Googles this shit, finds out what the side effects are, and just repeats them online.
Inject me with shit if I don't know what's in the needles. Maybe that's just me. Chantal's screaming wallet, Pondu. Thank you for the super chat. Ah, you had the numbness too. Okay, good to know.
Maybe some kind of steroid injection is what I'm guessing. I like amputation. I don't know. Hi, Beezer Girl. So this is the pain meds they're giving me is this injection. So I have to go every day for now for the next few days to get this injection, and also I have to take this cocktail of vitamins, and I think it's like B12 and something else. So part of the treatment is vitamins. So, yeah, I haven't been like officially diagnosed, but I told the doctor my symptoms. I said I talked to another doctor. They suggested Celebrex, but I'm probably going to have to get imaging done. You know, they're going to try this for now. Like right now, the pain.
Wait. So you're trying to tell me that in a matter of a day, you already got a second opinion? Okay. And this is the same day that you also got massage every 2 hours and did not only loaded a video that morning, but then did a live stream that night, right? Okay.
Management. I really can only go to the clinic and lay down. I don't even know if I could get an x-ray right now. I can't. Like, I had to be wheelchaired back to the car. I thought I was going to pass out. It was so...
None of this makes sense to me. Yeah, listen, I don't know about steroids.
No, if she was about to pass out, they would have admitted her. She's lying.
Every day? You don't do daily steroid injections, max 6 a year? For steroids? No, I thought that's cortisone. I don't know. Oh, this sounds sus. Yeah, this whole thing seems like a lie. There's too much words here. I'm confused. Usually that is a tell that we're being lied to. Absolutely.
Yeah, the timeline absolutely does not make sense. The treatment does not make sense. And she's just basically repeating things that she's seen online, either from smaller channels or Google.
I don't know. It's what she thinks she looks like. Ugh. Yeah. Probably an anti-inflammatory would make sense. Yeah. But every day, cortisone is a steroid. Oh, okay. I don't get this. I do not get this at all. How are you going there every day to get shot up in the ass, but you're also bedbound and can't move?
Right.
And you had to get wheeled to the car, even though when you have sciatica,
Sorry, I had to take a little bathroom break. All right, let's go.
feels good to walk. I don't know. A wheelchair, I can't imagine how painful that would be, being wheelchaired through a hospital with a sciatic. Like, cortisone every 3 to 4 months. Oh, well, okay. She's looking on Google. I think so too. Either looking on Google or this happened to...
I don't know how they do it in Kuwait, but I'll tell you this. When I first experienced the dog bite injury and was going into visits to the hospital, I was asking for a wheelchair as well. And maybe it's just because it's America. Maybe Kuwait's better. I don't know. But I would get the wheelchair and nobody would want to actually help me or push me or whatever. And when they actually did help me, they would only take me to the front door. And I would have to still hobble my way back to my car. And the handicap parking was always quite far away from the front door.
Someone else, and she's regurgitating their story, maybe. JCF, LF, Janet, thank you for the super chat.
Oh, bad. It was so freaking bad. So, I don't wish this pain on anyone, not even the people whose guts I hate on this platform. I'm just kidding. Hello, Blush. Hi, everybody I missed here. Hi.
What do you mean you're just kidding? If you don't wish it on them, you don't wish it on them. Why would you say you're just kidding about that? Are you saying you do wish it on them? Because that's pretty fucked up, Chantel.
Hi, Mike. I like your disco stew. Here in Kuwait, we have great health care.
Leanne, thank you for the super chat, girl.
Is pretty good, I would say, so far, from what I have experienced. When the doctor got the wheelchair, she screamed, "Not this type of wheelchair, Applebee's." Yeah, honestly, I just want something for the pain, just something for the pain. So yeah, it's time to euthanize. How I was feeling, honestly, no. I I don't know, messy girl. They compare like the life of an elderly, chronically ill cat to a human. They're sick in the head. What can I say? So I'm laying down. The best position that feels good.
No, we're not sick in the head. You're the sick in the head one who was trying to put down
Galaxy AI is
their cat. You're the one who thought it was cruel and unusual to treat their ailments and give them any kind of meds. And here you are scuttling your fat ass back and forth to clinics and pharmacies to get handfuls of pills and stuff. It's fine for you, but not for a cat. Okay. No. We can compare humans to cat. We can compare the human who treated that cat in the way they did the same. I don't see what's wrong with that at all. Alec, thank you for the super chat. I'm diabetic, and if my sugar gets out of control, I have to use the bathroom 100 times an hour, and I dislocated my entire back. Wow.
Uh-oh.
For me, only my bed, because our bed is from IKEA, and it's very, very comfortable and plush. The old bed we had was hard. Even the couch is too hard for me to lay on. I can't.
You didn't get sciatica from your bed, Chantel. It's... Come on. Like, think about where we're talking about here. We're talking about the sciatic nerve coming down from, like, the glute region. And you would have to be sitting on that area for a long period of time. Lying down doesn't aggravate it. This story is so goddamn made up.
I don't want to risk getting a flare up again. Like right now. So the injection actually, like I felt the pain melting away, but I can still feel like a little twinge of pain if I move a certain way. So I don't, I'm definitely gonna just not look forward to the pain coming back. But so yeah, this is the Shining Hotel. So for sure, my favorite position is just laying in bed, and that's what I'm doing. That's why this kind of content is ideal for me right now.
I don't even believe you're lying in
Samoan
bed.
says, why? What does a digital rectal exam do? Like, what would that benefit me?
Whose door was that? Was that FFG or was it Chantel? I don't believe she's lying in bed. I think this is entirely a story arc.
I don't even think I can get in and out of a bathtub right now, Callie. It would be really dangerous.
You think so? Okay.
Ugh. Anyone else brain immediately go to the Peeps bathtub when she said get out of the bathtub? Girl, you could barely get out of the bathtub 2 years ago. We saw you struggle in that video. Stop it. Ali, thank you for the super chat.
I don't know why she's saying that because, okay, I guess probably because of the weight condition. But for me, it is very difficult for me to have a standing shower because of my nerve condition. And so I only do a standing shower if my boyfriend is taking it with me. Because I know that if I have a leg collapse, he can help me in that moment. But otherwise, I'm constantly using my Roman tub, y'all.
Bless you. A lot of people like to lay in bed. I've tried stretches trigger me, Elmo, and they've exacerbated the pain. I've tried
Yeah, that's just not true. That tells me you didn't try them, or you did them wrong. I'm going to say you were too lazy to try them. The stretches feel fucking amazing when you have the sciatic. It feels so good. Oh, God, it's like, a little bit of relief for a second, and then when you stop stretching, the pain comes right back. But no. If you're saying that it was excruciatingly painful to stretch, then I don't think you're doing it right. Julie, thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, you're right, FFG. It's like, it takes a while. I had sciatica in my right leg for like 20 years. And it took 20 years of chiropractic and a gym membership, doing all the stretches to loosen up that hip so that it was no longer pinching the nerve. And the entire reason I got it was because of my first desk job. Sitting too much. That's why I got it. You don't get it from fucking lying down. You don't get it from walking around in parks because you have no job and you can do whatever the fuck you want. You get it from having a desk job and having to sit there for 8 hours typing on a computer.
I tried cold. I've tried heat. Turkish coffee. What is this? It's my Bedbound series. Anastasia. This is my favorite movie, series. So it's comforting me right now looking at the lobby. All right. I want to clarify on something.
She's already like labeled it. Like, this is my new story arc. It's my Bedbound series. That is so fucking offensive, Chantel, that you're just like trying to assume our nerve conditions and play it up for some sort of sympathy or like donations, super chats, whatever the fuck it is. But like, that's fucking disgusting that you're taking our symptoms and trying to like put them into one big ball of bullshit, because they don't all go together like that. I tried cold, I tried hot. Look, dude, you do your stretching, you ice it for a little bit afterwards to make sure there isn't inflammation, but later on you put some heat on it to stimulate blood flow. But this isn't anything you know, because you're just like repeating other people's information. Oh my God, she's so bad, you guys.
I see people like in my Q&A. I don't know, actually not my Q&A. I don't know when it was that I made a comment about I never truly lived alone. I only lived with a smelly roommate. Okay. People just, this is just assuming, but don't completely stop moving. Yeah, I actually, standing up feels better than sitting down. Hi, Lizette, but laying, it could.
My God, she can't get out one thought. You were just going to try and justify what you said about Pete's. Then you start reading another question. Now you're saying hi to people in the chat. One fucking thing at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who cares? I mean, true, but I want to see her squirm and explain this about Pete's. Weedy, thank you for the super chat. Registered nurse, 14 years. Numbness with sciatica, extremely common. Also, sciatica happens fast. Neuropathy takes time. The injections were likely a muscle relaxer in one ass cheek and a steroid in the other. Thank you for the info.
They haven't said it's diabetic neuropathy. It feels more like sciatica to me, only because the pain starts in the butt cheek, like really bad. Like, it feels like I got shot in the butt cheek, but then it's like, it is numb. I didn't even feel them putting the needle in the right butt cheek to inject me with whatever they injected me with. Okay. I don't have fibromyalgia. Yeah, it's the Shining lobby. The Overlook Hotel, the Stanley Kubrick version, is the best one. I always say the made for TV is garbage. Sorry, Rebecca De Mornay, but okay. So,
Yikes, Samantha, thank you for the super chat. She does have all the symptoms I had when I herniated both lower discs. Oof. But shooting steroids in a diabetic can be lethal, and that's where her story falls short. Is that true? Interesting. See, you guys know all this stuff. I don't know about that. So they wouldn't.
And if she does have a hernia, just speaking from experience, I'm going to give you TMI right now. They will take a probe, an ultrasound probe, and put it up her vagina to search around for that. I had to go through that uncomfort when I was going through sciatica to make sure I didn't have a hernia. So have fun with that, Chantel.
Not have given a diabetic steroids? Is that true? Okay. Does she tell them that she's diabetic? Or would somebody seeing a 400 plus pound human being just assume?
Oh, no.
Let me readjust my body. I'm like a seal right now. I'm Stephen Hawking these. No, Pete's does not smell, okay? Do you guys remember I told you the story about that roommate I had? That my first roommate, he listened to Avril Lavigne, and he was horribly unhygienic and
What does it matter if you listen to Avril Lavigne? Like, what does that have? How does that move your story forward? What the fuck?
But not just him. It was the fact that he would always buy garlic bologna and he would leave his cold cuts open in the fridge. So whenever you open the fridge...
Yeah, this never happened.
No.
This absolutely never happened. There was never some male roommate years ago before Pete's. She's making this up.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, not sorry. When she talked about her smelly roommate, she was talking about Pete's, and now she's trying to change the story. Pete stinks. Let's just be real. I'm sorry. Somebody who doesn't bathe and doesn't wash their clothes smells.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. You were talking about Pete's, and now you're trying to walk it back.
Think you can trust Dave Min? Min drove drunk.
God.
I don't walk it back. He said you smell.
I'm just gonna get political for a second here because that's one of the ads that came up. I'm getting so fucking sick and tired of challengers in my... Actually, I'm not even sure if it's my district. I'm actually in a different district, but I'm right next door to this one. But I've been volunteering for Dave Min for several years. And the fact that Joanna Weiss is throwing out a hit campaign against him on YouTube is really gross. Because, like, if you know our political community, you know that all of these people ultimately have to work together. And so when they get nasty against each other like that, that's really not cool. And Dave Min is the California Democratic Party endorsed candidate for the coastal region where Katie Porter is vacating because she's running for U.S. Senate, right? He's already got all of the endorsements, and she's doing this whole, look at me, I'm like Dana Rohrabacher, or I fucking surf and shit. Joanna, this looks terrible. You know, highlight your own accomplishments. Don't fucking try and go after Dave like that. That's stupid. If you want to make yourself a better candidate, then do it for your own merits. Anyway, I just needed to go off on a tangent there.
I like blue cheese, so SB, thank you for the super chat.
The whole kitchen would smell like garlic bologna, and it was disgusting.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I'm vaping a little bit. There is a made-for-TV Shining in the 90s.
Yeah, garlic bologna ain't got nothing on her. Very true. And plus, she eats that bologna with the macaroni and cheese cut up into it.
Ooh.
It was probably her bologna that fucking stank.
That's gross.
And, they personify Tony, like they have him as an actual, like, person, like a spirit. Hi,
what?
Susie. A cortisone shot? Oh, okay, that makes sense. You know?
Jessica, thank you for the super chat. You're right, girl.
Washing myself. Well, I did manage to have a shower. It was actually having a shower, like, I don't know if it's the hot water or what, but having a shower, after I'm in the shower standing, I have a very quick shower, because just to make sure I don't like the spasms, they come and go, like contractions. Like 1 minute I'll be standing and it will be an aching pain, and then the next minute it's like a sharp Charlie horse pain. It's so bad. So
that's not what it feels like, Chantal. It's shooting electric sharks down your leg. So whatever you have, it's not sciatica. If you have anything.
Okay, that was a lie. Absolutely a lie. There's no way she took a shower. Under regular times, she doesn't regularly bathe. You know, the whole thing with sciatic, I said it hurts when you start moving or stop moving. A shower would be extremely painful. You're kind of standing in one place, but also just taking little steps to get, like, you know, like turn around, get whatever. That would be extremely painful. There's no fucking way she took a shower. Oh, come on, man. Why do you lie about everything? Choose your battles here. Northeast Gal here. Thank you for the super chat.
You have sciatica in both legs? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh no. If I lived in the USA, I wouldn't be able to live because of my health. I'm grateful for the NHS for keeping me alive. Nothing perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely true. You know, a lot of people are in debt because of healthcare. Diabetic and steroids raise your sugars. Oh, I hear.
Who are you to talk about people's debt surrounding healthcare when we have free healthcare in this country and you still manage to go bankrupt 2 times? You have mad debt and you don't even have $1 of debt, anything to do with your health. Pass me the salt. Thank you for the super chat. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great birthday. Sucks that it's so early in the week, but this is your birthday week, girl. Take advantage of every day.
Hear that, Anna? Yeah, I hear that. Hey, JB. This is the Beezing Hour podcast. Oh, and I can also mute my mic just like this if I need to for anything at all.
Why do you need to?
Okay, so the smelly roommate, because people are coming for me. Okay. I was watching the Gain and Ground live stream because he's actually naturally funny and he's not. A jerk. Sorry for lack of a better term, but he's not a complete jerk like a lot of these hate channels. And he was talking about Michael B. Smelly. I didn't know this loser was still around and he was still coming for me. Like, are you kidding? You have issues. If you're still freaking out on Twitter, like, I just picture him punching the air in the middle of nowhere. No one's listening to you, Michael B. Smelly. No one's listening to you. But this does tempt.
Then why are you bringing it up? Like, I never heard of him before you mentioned him. So if he's irrelevant, why are you even talking about him? I don't know who he is, and I still don't feel like looking him up. So what's the point of bringing this dude up? Why do you do this? I just don't get it.
Me to make.
You're coming for somebody who has not made a video in over 3 years?
It's so
what?
weird.
Oh my God, man. What are you, insane? Completely insane. Again, pick your battles. Why would you pick your battle with somebody who has not done anything on YouTube in over 3 years? Oh my God, is it 4 maybe now? It could be. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, you're right. Punching the air. Another thing that I say all the time. Stop watching me, Chantal. You're a fucking freak, and you keep taking my shtick.
Make a Twitter just to report all of the crappy hate Twitter channels out there that contribute nothing but garbage.
You're such a fucking loser, Chantal, for real, for real. You want to be the narc on YouTube threatening to report everyone's channel and get everybody's channel taken down and demonetized and stuff. Then I'm going to go over to Twitter just to report all of your Twitters. Fuck you. Come on to Twitter. Come to Twitter, not just to report us all, big balls. You want to talk big, you want to act like the boss bitch and stuff. Come on to Twitter as yourself for 24 fucking hours. There's no way you can handle it. We are so disgustingly savage on Twitter. YouTube is like Twitter with training wheels on. You got to be real careful what you say over here. No one gives a fuck over on Twitter.
I never, I basically stopped using Twitter when Elon Musk took over. But, I mean, Chantal, if you want to check out my Twitter account, it's at OC Bulldog. And you'll see that I've been a political activist for years. And most of what I've discussed has been in regards to activism and channels that cover politics. So you're welcome to take a look at it, but I don't think you're gonna. I might have said 1 or 2 things about you being a dumbass, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to remove my channel. Good luck with that.
Come and join us for one day on Twitter. We know you can handle it. Robin's resting bitch face, thank you for the super chat.
Garbage. But I'm kind of lazy, so who knows? So I saw him accusing me that on Gigi's live stream that I would ever insult Pete's like that. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't insult Pete like that. Pete is not smelly. It was my other roommate that I had, and his name was actually James, believe it or not.
Oh, so Pete's his real name happens to be the name of the roommate that you're making up right now. This is a George Glass situation. You should have come up with a name first. Lisa Bear, thank you for the super chat. And she never will. Boop.
But it was mostly from his garlic bologna anyways. So anyways, yeah, this guy just like is so obsessed with me. Like his entire Twitter page is disgusting hate. I feel bad for you actually at this point, Michael B. Smelly, Sweaty Smelly, because you just scream insecurity. Like insecurity mean girl. Like you're just so miserable with yourself. You just take it out on me all day. So I'm gonna...
You're commenting again on somebody who hasn't been on the platform in over 3 years? That makes you look hella fucking insecure and insane.
I pray for you, okay? You need it. Thank you. So I wanted to clarify that. That's one thing I definitely wanted to clarify. Pete's hair was filthy. Well, sometimes greasy hair, yeah, whatever, you know. But
greasy hair, greasy unwashed body, nasty unwashed clothes, a filthy fucking room, took care of his cat as badly as you took care of yours. I could go on and on here. Sydney, thank you for the super chat. Absolutely does. The stretching feels great. Anybody who's had the sciatic knows, right? No, she's bullshitting.
She sure is.
Like he didn't smell. Like you know, this roommate I had before, he did not ever shower, and he always had gross garlicky cold cuts, and they would just it had to be there. So yeah, so I already touched on that, but like another thing I always hear people saying, like apparently Yabba and Scam are striking people, which a lot of people are, you know, coming to me with saying, are you going to address that? How hypocritical of them, because these morons, these hateful morons.
A lot of people are coming to you and telling you to address it? Or the gaining ground, specifically? Only one.
Have been using my image, using me and my content, all of it. They put their kids on the bus or whatever they do, and then they fire up a live stream and they just completely...
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep bringing up kids? You're not a parent. You're never going to have kids. You're never going to qualify to foster or adopt because you can't take care of yourself. So why do you keep bringing up people's children? It's fucking gross.
Shame. They're horrible. They're hateful. They're disgusting people. And for like hours, my content. They'll just play my entire streams, all of my content, whatever. And now they're striking other...
You're an adult. You're an adult with a public profile. Okay? Stop going after their kids. It's fucking gross.
Creators like Belinda and like whoever else, I don't even know. I don't know the whole tea, but they're striking people who are using their content or using their image in the thumbnail, and people are like, so now that you know this, are you... Hi Teardrop, hi Tina, Diamond Form. I thought you weren't going to address people anymore. Well, whatever, there's nothing else to talk about. So anyways,
no, it's not, Tweety. It's Gigi. She just specifically even said Belinda's name. Of anyone's name involved in this story, that's the name you said? We know who's in her ear. She listens to Slow Mama, but that's not the one. It's the original one who's always been in her fucking ear. Who, by the way, she happened to mention tonight and hasn't mentioned in quite a while. Let's not pretend like that's not happening, okay?
Yeah, basically, people are like, what are you going to do about it? And I always get that. So I always get that, well, you're the only person who can do something about FFG. You're the only person who can do something about these hate channels. And I have so many emails reaching out to YouTube. I strike them all the time for hateful content. When it's hateful, I don't just go and strike channels randomly who talk about me or do parodies of me or who... hi, Melly. Hi, Beezer. Hi, Tiffany. Hello, my Beezers.
Dude.
Ready, set, bee, squeaky frog.
You only don't strike channels anymore because you used to do it all the time because you saw that nothing ever comes of it. And if you false strike too many times, that can have consequences for your channel. So you stopped. Cut the shit. Okay? Nima Marie, wifey number 3, thank you for the super chat. Oh, you know, her former roommate, James Pondu. Oh, of course. James Pondu. How could I have forgotten James Pondu?
And a lot of you are probably not even going to know who I'm talking about because you probably don't follow a lot of them, but some of you do. People think that I don't do anything. Oh, I do. The thing is YouTube does nothing. YouTube does nothing. So
what that means is that you get butthurt. You think people don't have the right to be on the platform or say the things that they do on the platform. You take all these complaints to YouTube because you are the biggest Karen-ass bitch in this community, and YouTube doesn't do anything. So what should that tell you? Oh, I guess they're not bullying and harassment channels. It's commentary. I just don't like the comments. Maybe I should stop watching.
there's nothing, unless you want to help me out, like people who are suggesting this and message me or email me, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But YouTube has, when I reach out to YouTube directly, when I reach out to my YouTube manager, who I keep ignoring because they're useless at this point, I don't care if you're watching, like they reach out all the time.
Again, stop watching me. I just last week said that the YouTube managers had all switched, and I'm now actively ignoring a new YouTube manager because it's not the real YouTube managers. It's the ones that just want to increase the monetization on your channel or the revenues and stuff. I said that all the time. I say that I have been actively ignoring them for like 2.5 years now. Stop coming for my shtick. You didn't ignore them. You probably harassed them to the point that they're now ignoring you. They're like, listen, ma'am, we can't do any of that. We're just here to see if we can make you a few more dollars.
Time. Can you set up a time to talk about how we can make your channel more successful? Well, the problem I'm having with YouTube is not, what I want is somebody to do something about so many channels stealing my content and using it as hate content and making a hate community out of it. And they can't help with that. They're like, well, we have a very good reporting system. No, you don't. Your reporting system is crap. SHIT. It's crap. Hi, Life with Ron.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Rachel, thank you for the super chat. Slow Mama said that Yabba isn't welcome in the reactor community. Isn't he the unwanted new kid on the block? Absolutely. And if you have been around and you go way back, Yabba's sort of the person who started this whole fucking reactor community that we're all involved in, specifically girl worlds. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is that little turd to say that she isn't welcome in the reactor community? He's not even in the reactor community because we all can't stand him. Nobody's ever, you're not in it. You stay on the outside talking about people who are on the inside? Get fucked, weirdo.
I had an issue with Yaba ever since she made those videos about Gina and won't even remove them after she died. Is that Little Mama? Yeah, this person, apparently, I don't know the full tea about it, but it's been talked about on many channels. Whenever Little Mama died, rest in peace, I don't want to bring her up, Teardrop has become a member. Where's your,
Wow, that was really inappropriate. You're talking about somebody dying and then you throw up this, here's Johnny. I mean, wow, that was really inappropriate.
Oh, here it is. You're awesome. Never forget that. Thank you, Teardrop, for 9 months. Wow. Thank you. Ready, set, beast. I love the alerts on this. I got to come up with more creative ones. All right.
Hold on. We got to take a little sidebar for a second. Lunatic is watching. Hello, Lunatic. And Rage community tabbing at the same time. So let's go over to her community tab and take a look at what she's doing in the middle of the night, all alone, lonely, in Kuwait. LOL. Imagine raging every night to 5K people about the same person over and over and then saying, I'm big mad. Hey, if B2, if this was me, what? You can make poop jokes all you want, but truth is some shit would actually improve how you look at this point. Oh, for the love of Christ, man. Hold on. You're so angry, you should at least try and read what you're writing before you hit post.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Fired up a live stream the next morning, and I heard that they tried to find out.
Hey, I'm gonna take a break for a second because I want to go buy a breakfast burrito. Plus, this thing is really long, you guys. So, let me pause here and I'll come back to it. This will be part 1.